As I said, we want to end this spooky month off strong. Yes, my schedule has been hectic. Yes, I've been on and off. But you think I'm going to drop off the grid? We're staying on the grid, and I'll pick up my uploads again in a bit. But for now, we're sticking with the scary games because the consistency needs a sec. I'm going to be in and out. A lot of stuff at work, and I'm also going to an anime convention later in like November 9th, 10th, and stuff, so I won't even be able to record at that point. So my schedule is going to be a little bit hectic until December. So right now, this is the early access of Don't Scream. Don't Scream is a game I saw on the Steam store, and I figured, hey, I usually play these free indie games and try to support them by getting them out there, but I don't actually play the ones you pay for that often, and I feel like I should really devote myself to that. So here's this. I really want to stick with these guys because they had a really good idea. It's pretty much just Don't Scream. Uh, Made by Joe, and Teddy. The dog is so cute. Oh, Joe plus Teddy. Um, yeah, playing Don't Scream might come. They're gonna make a bunch of more stuff. We'll keep you updated when it happens. We're getting into this. I'm gonna
Before
have to.
playing Don't Scream, please
Oh,
play the
hey
game the
man,
way we intended. This
you got a
means setting
nice
up your
camera.
microphone correctly. Here's how to do that.
Hmm.
You should be able to speak only quietly, not loudly, with
Okay.
slight gasps
So
or
we'll
sudden
stay
sounds
quiet.
counting as screams. If you speak too loudly and your voice exceeds the threshold of the microphone divider line,
Oh.
a red flash will appear on the screen, signaling a scream.
So
It's up
there's
to you
a
to find a
threshold.
comfortable balance between speaking softly and what should be
So
considered a
since
scream when you
let's let him
calibrate your
talk.
microphone. For optimal results, you should determine the best distance to position the microphone from your mouth. Please
Yeah,
be
fair
aware
enough.
that external audio software can impact your game's microphone calibration. Adjust settings in
Lucky for
both
me,
your
I don't
game
have
and audio
helpful
software
software.
for optimal calibration. Thanks for listening. Play fair and dream.
Oops. I uh I had to turn down my volume on the thing. Okay. Okay. So it is connected to my mic as well as the other thing. So let's do this. I'm in the ah ah. Okay. So ah. So I think this is actually an appropriate thing for us because it keeps it down to this volume. We're talking an entire sentence. Blah, 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 blah. We're talking an entire sentence. We're keeping it quiet. We're keeping it kind of. Oh my god! Okay, so that seems to be the appropriate volume. Today we're talking in ASMR. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep it quiet. We're gonna have to keep it civilized. We're gonna have to keep it quiet. We're gonna have to keep it civilized. We're gonna have to keep it under wraps. And then, duh. Okay, so it seems to be fine. Seems to be okay. 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 So, ah. Um, Microphone.
Before playing
Okay. Controls. WASD. WASD. R. Setting is tab. Zoom in is Z. I'm gonna get scared. So you're basically wandering around for like 18 minutes until you get spookumed. So let's go low quality. Low quality is usually better. I'm gonna forget all the controls. The game only progresses when you move, and all scares are unpredictable, so we have to be constantly moving. So let's get into this. Let's do this. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna be moving for 18 solid in-game minutes. It is currently loading. This is the sound of loading. I really hope we don't accidentally trigger the Don't Scream. We're going to try to not trigger it. And I don't want to trigger it. Okay, so my threshold is not yet ruined. So we're moving, we're grabbing stuff. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so we can keep at a normal kind of speaking level. But what I want to do is video high quality. Oh yeah, that looks way better. That looks so much better. I'm sorry, but your low quality is not like PSX. It's like painful. So as long as we don't go in the settings, it shouldn't screw up with anything. And honestly, this is a little better. I just had to manually turn it on my microphone. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. We're just gonna be walking around for about 18 minutes. I'm gonna keep this an ASMR thing. So basically, I have been doing a lot of my own stuff. Is the reason why I've been off. I've been going on a couple dates. I've been talking to people. I've been working my butt off, getting some overtime in. Oh, also, I'm playing the heck out of Alan Wake 2, and the only reason I'm not going to do a showcase on Alan Wake or Alan Wake 2, I mean, I might do a showcase, that might be an option once I complete Alan Wake 2, but the only reason I'm not actually going to play them is because they're a very narrative game, and I have beaten all of them except I don't think I actually fully beat American Nightmare, which I really should. It's like a additional story after one. Uh, and I also beat Control. And Control's in the same universe and adds on to Alan Wake's story because you can find him in the game. And it actually goes Alan Wake Control, Alan Wake 2. Like, I mean, Alan Wake American Nightmare, then Control, and Alan Wake 2 because Control's a huge part of the universe now, and I love that. But as I was saying, it's not going to work out well if I play it because it's so narrative that I like to focus on things and not talk at all. What is this? I'm playing the sound and nothing's happening. Is this the black box? Is this supposed to be like a black box? Oh, okay. So is this the plane from 9/11 or something? It's definitely a crash. I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting, really. I almost screamed. I'll give you that. You almost made me scream. But your problem is that I didn't actually see whatever the hell that was behind me. So, joke's on you. You screwed yourself. You almost got it. You almost beat me. We almost lost immediately, like 4 minutes in. But joke's on you. You didn't make it clear. If I'm gonna get scared, usually it's by something I can clearly see. So, man, I feel like I'm gonna have to turn up my volume immensely on this. So I don't think we can die. This feels very Blair Witchy. Um, I don't think we can die. I think this is just a situation where we're kind of wandering through, just trying not to get scared. That's literally it. Um, but this does feel back to the Blair Witch thing that I mentioned also. My ADHD is showing. Uh, this feels very Blair Witch. I need to start that game still. I like started 5 seconds of it. I don't think I ever fully went into the game because I was playing a bunch of other stuff. Um, I think once I'm done with all the games I have, I really want to get to Blair Witch Project 2 on my own. Another one of those narrative plays on my own. I'm just saying, like, Mark and Jack and all those, or Sean, if you want to call them that, all those channels, they can do those narratives and talk well over them, but I get so engulfed in the narrative sometimes, I just don't talk. That's especially with Alan Wake and Alan Wake 2, because Alan Wake 2 is a lot better with actually voicing all the manuscripts instead of you having to read them. But it doesn't change the fact that I spend an hour wandering around. You know how much, oh, burp. You know how much editing that would take? It's insane. Why are there so many of these things around here? Like, there's so many vending machines, but no sodas. Like, what's your deal? I see, okay, that scared the hell out of me. But the thing is, the reason why we're gonna win is because it takes a lot to make me scream. It takes a lot, and the only time I think you guys have ever heard me get close to is my very loud speaking when I get ticked off at Blasphemous or whatever, because the thing is, I'm not a screamer. Even in the haunted house I went to, didn't scream. I just jumped. I think maybe I gave out like one yelp, and it wasn't even a scream. I'm not a screamer. I'm a shaker. I give little shakes. You see me jump out of my skin. I think the last time I screamed was when someone snuck up from behind me and like grabbed my shoulders, and that was like a year ago. Even now, when somebody snuck up behind me, I just gave a little yelp and jumped out of my skin. I felt the adrenaline rush. That dog really got me. How are you liking this ASMR? Which is pretty much what this is. I am right up in your ear, like swallowing, trying not to hiccup. That didn't scare me at all. That was a cheap trick. But I'm like, we're just talking about random crap like Alan Wake 2 and how this isn't scaring us and whatever else. Well, this thing is attempting to scare the hell out of me. Thing is I work with some interesting people, and they also went to the same haunted house I went to. Thing is, they screamed their butts off, and I just found that out today. They were screaming, they were running around, they were having fun. You know, there's nothing wrong with screaming at a haunted house. When you scream, you're having fun, you're letting it out of your system, you're not bottling it up. But for me, I bottle it up a lot more. So I just thought that was an interesting thing. 'Cause they were like, that was one of the things where I was actually just jumping a couple times at the haunted house. And you know what? I actually gave them a lot more. Oh, flashlight. A lot more kudos. Like, there's this one tree guy that I saw them jump and scream and run away from. But whenever he's one of the guys that actually did make me jump that surprised me. The tree guy blending in spooked me, and I just said, dude, that was awesome. I love your suit. And he was very like, oh, thank you. You have a great time. And that was pretty much it. I had a great interaction with some of the other people. And you know, that segues onto another topic. The people who work at haunted houses, they don't deserve you accidentally punch them or something. I understand the fear. But if you think you're accidentally going to get physical, don't go. Most of the time, if you go to a haunted house, they're doing it for your enjoyment and less for like the financial, especially if it's cheap. And they are just usually, if they do that, they're the sweetest people typically. Especially at like small town haunted houses and stuff like that. Oh my god, they're so sweet. They are so nice, so kind. Oh, I want to give you a hug. Oh, you're gone. I'm sorry. But compared to Silent Hill nurses, which, by the way, there were a couple Silent Hill nurses at that haunted house, and I loved it. Their costumes were so amazing. But if you compare it to the Silent Hill nurses, that was nothing. Oh, I'm back at my spawn point. I almost accidentally yelped, just trying to be like, oh, huh? I'm blind. Oh, there's a light this way. Hello? Oh, you're right in my ear, huh? I think the only thing that would actually scare me nowadays, oh, I went in a circle again, is there's a game where it's like, don't take your hands off your keyboard. And I watched Sean slash Jacksepticeye play it a long time ago. And the sounds it made, it was like centipedes and spiders crawling in your ears and the crunching and stuff. That genuinely made me uncomfortable just watching him play it without headphones. I think in that case, I wouldn't scream, but I would feel genuinely uncomfortable and want to like end it. Oh baby. I think the only other time I can feel uncomfortable is I can't really stream this or whatever because it's very graphic. But there is a game, I've mentioned this in another video. There's a game where you traverse hell. And there's a couple of them, but one of them is so graphic and so... And it does have like aspects of you having powers and traversing stuff like Doom. But of course it's not like Doom. It's a survival horror more than a action horror. But it's so grotesque and so disturbing. I genuinely... Ooh, okay, that one got me. That one got me. That jump scare really got me. but it's so grotesque that I genuinely. Oh, I think it was called Anguish. That I genuinely just was not comfortable continuing. But I definitely want to. It's one of those I want to continue playing later, but at the moment I didn't want to continue because it was so upsetting to like my stomach, not to my mental state. In that case, I just really didn't care. Grotesque stuff isn't really upsetting to my mental state more than it is to my stomach. I almost lost. I almost lost. I almost lost. Oh my gosh, I almost lost. See, that's what I mean. When you can give me a clear picture of what the heck's running at me, I get a lot more scared. Because the white figure that I've dealt with in like Slenderman clones, when that rushed at me, I understood that I only saw him for a fraction of a second. I got a little scared, not a lot, but that freaking head crab slither snake thing after the woman, that one almost got me because I saw it as clear as day. I saw every detail on its freaking foreskin of a face. I saw every little tiny wrinkle its white, bald, stupid face had. And the woman gave me a bit of a chair, but it was like a 1-2 punch. 1-2 combination of, but not good. Did not like. Negative 100. Actually, you know what? With how good this is, it's like a calming walk around on Halloween in 1993, which I like the little touch of Halloween. Just a walk around for 18 minutes. That's all this is. I would love this in VR or something. Like, I think they had VR support on their little screen. But I genuinely... Oh, the birds are falling. I genuinely, like, am enjoying this. I think this is pretty awesome. Oh, no, please don't. Don't do that. I mean, especially the fact that you have to keep moving. Like, if you stop moving and you think you can just relax, the game is like, no. Thing is, there was a couple things where there was, like, bug fixes where if you're inside buildings, they fix some timing changes. But that means you can go inside buildings. Where are my buildings? Where are those buildings? There was the graveyard little house thing, but no, not you again. I do not like that. You know why I don't like that? I'm not a fan of loud noises. Thing is I think the number one thing that scares me more than anything is two things. One, very grotesque little things like that shaves off your skin or does it slow or whatever, or even if it's fast, if it's just like very painful kind of stuff. And super loud noises. Nobody likes those. For me, it's the same. It gets under my skin, and I'm getting slowly more and more into this and getting scared. Like, I just jumped at that, and I didn't jump at those trees falling before. I think that's the problem why it's 18 minutes is really puts it on for you, because after these 14 minutes, I'm slowly getting more and more susceptible to being scared, and making it through the entirety of these 18 minutes is the real trouble. I actually could have been scared by that if I was paying attention, because I looked down for like 5 seconds to see how much time I had, and I completely missed the jump scare, in which I am very glad. I am very much trying. We are talking throughout this whole thing. We're keeping it calm, keeping it groovy. We're going. But I cannot wait for these guys to keep working on this, and I'm very glad I think it's $9 right now. God, I'm gonna hiccup. But I would highly advise trying to play this, because this isn't one of those games where you can just watch the playthrough. Apparently there's like a ton of jump scares, and I think it said at the start. I don't know. It says it in the description, I think. But they're going to add more and more, and they're going to keep doing more, and maybe we'll come back to it if there's more content and general stuff to do and I can find more. But I don't know. It's like calming but also spooky, and I think you get a genuinely different experience based on how you play. So I would highly advise getting this one out of all the ones where I'm like, hey, check this out. Nope. Nope. I'm sick of your loud music. I think it was worse that I wasn't looking at her, because the fact that I wasn't looking at her made me less prepared. I think I heard a footstep in my right ear. I do not want a footstep in my right ear. We're just gonna actually win this because we've tried so hard, got so far, and I want it in the end to matter. Lincoln Park, 2023. I don't remember the actual year, but then we are gonna try one where we just scream, like at the start. We're just gonna relax and let go. Oh, hey, another deceased camper. Bear? Growl. Okay, we're gonna get out of here before a bear devours our nuts. Swear to God, I felt my cat push the back of my chair. My cat ruins it after how far we've gotten. I am going to be not happy. I was gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna feed her or something, but that's not true. I love my cats. If I didn't feed her, then I'd be a psychopath. I love cats and dogs and all animals. Heck, I'd love to own a raccoon. I did not know where I was going. But a raccoon is very dangerous to own. Oh. Yeah. Did you not learn your lesson? The obscure things. That was way too clear. And literally, right when I was saying the obscure things scare me less, they put a clear as day, scary woman face screaming at my knee, and my tear ducts are wetted now. Like, out of pure adrenaline, my body moistened. I don't know how that works, but I felt like my entire body, like, rejuvenate at trying to escape. It's really pouring it on. I do not like this. I can't see a gosh dang thing. I have no idea where I am. I have no idea where we're going. There's blood on the ground. It's teleporting me forcibly. Something's behind me. Something's gonna chase me in these last seconds. It's gonna try to get me this shotgun. That's the one that got me last time. That's the one that almost got me last time. We're not gonna scream. We're gonna we're gonna be fine. We're gonna keep talking. We're gonna keep ourselves calm. I'm actually getting really nervous because it's pouring them all in, and they're actually using the really scary ones. They know which ones are getting me. I think maybe I'm getting louder. No, not the baby. Not the baby. No! Okay. That actually might have tipped them off that I have arachnophobia. Oh, no. If they incorporate more spider scares into this, I would actually scream. Especially one that, like, jumps on your face. I wouldn't survive. Please, don't. Please, I will take the woman again that made my eyes moisten and like, pure adrenaline. I can't do spider. There's the woman that made my eyes moisten in adrenaline. Wait, I won. Hey, I'm a wiener. It's morning. I've survived the night. Oh my God. Oh, it's gonna get one last one on me, I guarantee you. It's gonna have a dude running through the forest in broad daylight right at me to try to get me to scream. Watch. It's gonna be running at like an unnatural speed. So he's gonna come right at me. I did not. Oh my God. I did not expect that. My entire body jolted at that one. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was intense. Like, I mean this literally when I say that was intense. My entire body. Oh my God. During early access phase, we'll actively listen to the feedback. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna turn up my my volume back to kind of normal. Make sure my settings didn't reset something. It did. My settings reset. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So, I mean, be careful of that if it happens to you, because it's like my actual settings for my microphone are resetting. and I think it's just trying to turn my microphone back to max. But so we're just gonna yell right off the bat. I know not resetting would have helped, but so 65 screams, and majority of them were completely different. I screamed. Okay, that's it. That's what happens if you scream. Okay, so I just one sec. So I just hit escape. I don't want it flashing, so I'm going to click off of it. Okay, so that's it. That's don't scream or whatever the heck. What was it called? Let me check. Yes, don't scream. I'm going to leave a Steam link in the description. I highly advise you guys go play it. It's actually a hell of a lot of fun. And you probably heard my mic get a lot louder because reset my settings. Go figure. I'm gonna actually turn my normal OBS mic down. But I don't know. I very much enjoyed this. This was a fun romp, and I'm glad we can upload this by Halloween, which is tomorrow as of this recording. But I'm gonna try to upload it on Halloween, aka on tomorrow. And if you really like the ASMR and the me talking constantly, put in the description, because honestly, if we play more of these, like, just don't be scared, then I'll pick up like I'll make a list of topics. Hell, we can go on my Twitter and vote for a list of topics just to go over. That would honestly sounds like a really fun time. It'd be like a little talk show. But I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. Go spook some people. Hell, just dress up, run around, don't hurt anyone. Please don't bring firearms to any parties or fire them off, because that has been happening a lot recently. People are getting out of hand and they're mixing alcohol with having firearms at a party or in the open or whatever, and people are getting hurt. So keep it civil, but have fun and have a fantastic Halloween. See ya.